How's everybody going? This is Jeff with One Uprise, where we are talking about a marketing revolution and life solutions. Today's topic, briefly, is about paradigms, aka old conditioning, aka the way you look at the world now because of a miseducation process. So, yeah, essentially a paradigm, or excuse me, old conditioning is just a view that is based off of you having synthesized particular emotional patterns, particular knowledge, particular expectations, particular belief systems and choices, and been educated to the degree that you have now a set recourse that isn't your nature, but it's become your second nature to react, to have a recourse to the world that does not serve your interest. All right, it serves the interest of the institution or institutions that have developed these paradigms that gave you these views. So again, I want to try to keep this video under 15 minutes, so I'm going to kind of blaze through this. But I'm saying it time and time again. These initial videos at the genesis of this station are all really about mindset. All right, you got to have that right, because I don't really even want to try to sell any products, and the links are down there. Valuable products. You can start your home business right away. But this isn't a sales pitch. That's what these videos are about. This is to really try to allow you to differentiate between two ways of looking at the world, two different ways of looking at opportunities. One way being able to become an entrepreneur, become someone who owns their own online business, have the laptop lifestyle, work 2 or 3 hours a day, however concentrated and efficient you can make it, to allow yourself to have the most free time, to afford the most free time to be able to do what you want. That's what I'm talking about. That lifestyle, which has transcend. That lifestyle is for somebody when they can maintain it, for somebody who's transcended old conditioning. All right, old conditioning would come, oh, he's got links below, oh, it's probably nothing, or I can't do it, I don't have time, it's probably not legit. Doubts, questions keep popping up. The wrong questions waste time. Time is, what else you have in your life but time? Wrong questions waste time, because you start to develop answers. Wrong questions just get you bad intel, bad information. All right. Oh, what are those links? They're a fraud, right? They're scams, right? Blah 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 blah. Forget it. That's not who I'm, the kind of person I'm trying to appeal to. If you're trying to transcend out of that, if you're trying to get free of that kind of thinking, so that's why you're listening to me. There's those trepidations that are coming up anyways. Forget it. Skip it. Get back to this idea that I'm talking about transcending paradigms, transcending old conditioning. Okay, so I'm going to briefly try to recommend some books. I want to keep this video under 15 minutes, and you can go months studying these books. Really, I think a few years studying some of this literature. First book by an author named Ivan Illich, or Illich, depending on how you pronounce it. Last name spelled Illich. The name of the book is called Deschooling Society. That's Ivan Illich. He was kind of the spearhead to this social scientist perspective on what education process has done to us. It's essentially taken away creativity, taken away our ambition for self-governance, to realize our own path, to make choices based off of higher level thinking. Why would I do this, right? It's not a question you're allowed to ask at work, right? Your boss says, do this. Why? That's a viable question, right? These are literally life choices every step of the way. How I'm going to spend my time, the next second, the next minute, the next hour, the bulk of the day, the entire day. You get it? Why? But that's a question that is literally taught in higher level thinking, that's been taken out of the education system. Another author, J.T. Gatto. J.T. Gatto is probably my favorite because he does a very good job in the history of our education process. Weapons of Mass Instruction was the first book I read of his. He's written a few. Um, an underground history of the American school system, I think, is another one. But then his name is J.T. John Taylor, J.T. Gatto, Gatto. So check out his books. Reading these people, their work allows you to realize what happened. Why do you have trepidation? Why do you have doubt? Why do you have disbelief in your ability to truly make a commitment to own your own business, become an entrepreneur, realize the good life, find a way that you can apply your amazing potential and your tremendous intellectual capacity to making life easier, more enjoyable, more rewarding, okay? 8-hour days? No. Day after day, you doing what you're passionate about, what interests you. And if you have an online business that takes an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours a day, and you see that by doing that in theory it's going to allow you to have a very attractive income, and that theory will turn into reality because it's not a bunk theory. All right. You can see what happens as you invest your time in yourself, in your business. All right. So yeah, again, read J.T. Gatto, read Ivan Illich. So as I mentioned, their work really lays it all out. It talks about how higher level thinking has been taken away from us as students as soon as we got into the organized school system. And organized is a misleading word because the method is organized, but the people are not. That's a very interesting thing to realize, all right? I'll say it again. The method is highly organized, all right? It's very methodical, step by step by step, all right? You science, math, history, lunch break, whatever, next history, calculus, maybe PE, whatever. You know how it goes. Slight different variations on those from subject to subject. From kindergarten on to like when you're still in graduate school, or you're still taking math, science, history. So nothing outside that box. We're giving no choices outside of the choices offered to us. And again, the higher level thinking is taken out. Why am I doing this, and how can I do something outside of this box, which is the way the mind works. The mind will answer those questions, all right? The intellect is set up that it's like, okay, well, I'll just start collecting information to come to that realization. And J.T. Gatto talks a lot about that as well, and gives lots and lots and lots of case studies of person after person who has just turned their back on this paradigm that's been developed by the system, and setting out on their own they've realized their goals. They set a goal, they set it on their own to achieve the goal, and they realize the goal. And it's not because they are absurdly exceptional. It's because of their having made a choice. So again, we're going back to an idea that is very, very important to the beginnings of this channel. Choice, right? Choice. What happens when you truly make a choice? Because when you have chosen to do something, you actually do it, right? You shouldn't be saying, well, I chose to do X, or I chose to do such and such, when such and such never happened. You didn't choose to do such and such, right? There's a weird disconnect there. That's another logical fallacy. So we shouldn't be thinking like, oh yeah, that's real. No, that's not really what a choice is. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be able to keep this under 15 minutes. Check out those authors. Don't get too. Again, the links are going to be below. You can click on those links. You can get going on checking out the opportunities that I've provided to start your home business right away. But these videos, as you've been able to tell, hopefully by now, they're not sales pitches. Okay, I'm really not interested in somebody clicking on those opportunities if they haven't really made up their mind that they're going to have a home business, they're going to have an online business, and nothing's going to stop them. One way or the other, they're going to figure it out. They understand that there's a way to do it, and they're going to do it. All right. So they've taken complete accountability. They have spent whatever time that they've had to spend, either very briefly or at length. Sometimes it takes a long, long time to unlearn and relearn what we need to learn to be able to confidently commit and to confidently continue on this path of self-governance, the entrepreneur's path, the path of making your own decisions and not choosing a path that's serving somebody else's interest. All right. So yeah, that's what the old paradigm is about. That old education system, old conditioning is it's a compliance education. All right, and read the works of those authors that I told you about. J.T. Gatto, he breaks it down. It's a compliance education. It's just to get you to consent and to follow along with the program. I take a deep breath because that was totally my experience in school. Just like I fought tooth and nail with my teachers, not trying to be a bad kid or whatever, but just they always had to redirect. We always have to redirect them. We always have to redirect them. Always redirect. Huh. Why? What? I was taking my own direction then. So back to that, taking my own direction. That's what being an entrepreneur is about. That's what starting your own business is about. That's what transcending these paradigms is about. Taking your own direction. You're taking your own direction. You've made up your own mind. You're committing to your own decisions, realizing that there's a way to do it. You have the potential, the power, call it whatever you want to call it. You have the nature that's instilled in you to realize the goal. All right? To realize the goal. And if it's to own your own online business, if it's to become an affiliate marketer, if you have an interest in marketing, then keep watching the videos. You can check out the links. They're completely relevant to those interests. So having said that, click all the right buttons. Click the like button. Click the subscribe button. I'll try to leave some links down below to the authors that I mentioned. I think there's a good J.T. Gatto link for sure. I don't know if I can find a good Ivan Illich link. Ivan Illich, Illich. Certainly, it's an accessible. The books are accessible. So, yeah, the subscribe button. Click the subscribe button. The bell icon. Wherever they are, they're on this page. So you'll be notified of future videos. Please leave your comments. I really do want to create a positive feedback loop. All right, I want to know what you're thinking. I'm sure you've had experiences that as you're listening to me, you can relate to what I'm saying. Ask business questions if you want. Tell me what you want to see on this channel. All right. So yeah, check out some of the past videos as well. Those past videos are also predominantly about mindset, about really realizing the bulk of succeeding. The bulk of succeeding is mental, all right? The mind, the soul, the heart. Call it what you want. I'm not really going to differentiate between these things. I think that at the end of the day, when you allude to these different ideas, you're really trying to talk about this one thing, all right? But it's the most important thing, and it's talked about the least. So I'm talking about it more on this channel. I want to talk about it more and more and more and more. And the links are down there. I said it, but again, transcending old paradigms, transcending the miseducation process. I'm not going to keep bringing this topic up. It's about being able to diagnose it, recognize it, and move on. Transcend, outgrow it. Okay? So if this topic ever comes up again, it will be for that purpose. It'll be about just to identify what we're leaving behind as we realize these goals, as we realize that we can go from turning something into an idea into a theory, and theory into reality. Okay? So until next time, thank you.